Yo. Oh shit, it's that time of day where my camera gets super crusty because it doesn't have enough light. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second, right? Give me a second. I'm just gonna put it on the HSR scene. And this is what it looks like. What? Why it's so crusty? There's still light outside. I don't get it. One moment. Yeah. I wanted to do the 4.3 story today. It's either that or achievement hunting. Because I have been doing that. I've been patching up my missed achievements. Let me see. How many do I have right now? 1557 out of 1748. Alright, yeah, let me hop out of this. It's super chill soundtrack, but 1557 out of the 1558. Okay, so this page hasn't updated yet because I just put a new one on there. Looks like I'll have to import it properly because I missed an achievement. Is what it is. I started using the StarDB achievement tracker. It's kind of nice. They have links to video guides on most of the achievements. I'm quickly, as you can hear, I'm quickly cashing in on some of these achievements. I forgot that I'm not in the right scene. Great. Hi, Ender. How you doing? It's been a little bit. Hope the weather's been good for you, because it's been shite here. It's gonna take a bit. How are you? I'm doing okay. I've been very busy with uni work, and I was supposed to have appointments today, and some of them fell through, unfortunately. Oh, oops. Which you can't do much about. Like, one of the appointments I had accidentally double planned. Like, can't do, I can't do much there. I was waiting like a hot 30 minutes, like, yeah, are you gonna show up yet? And I was like, oh, or he was like, oh shit, I seem to have double planned by accident, which is fine. It can happen. Num 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 num. No, no, no. Oh boy. Give me 1 second. I actually. So, this is probably not unknown news. That Destiny 2 is ending support. They're gonna do a final update. What was it? Next week? On the 9th? Yeah. And then it's done. I'm actually gonna be reinstalling Destiny and then playing it somewhere in the future. It's an update that's gonna last forever, so I'm not missing out on anything by delaying it by a couple weeks. Probably gonna start playing it properly at like the start of summer. I'm kind of hyped for it because after I had my Destiny period, I played some Warframe for a bit. And Destiny's audio and visual design is really good. And the abilities are fun to use. And they actually... Oh, fuck, there's still echo on it, my bad. I'll mute that in a bit. They actually are teasing for the final update some pretty cool new stuff. Including, for my favorite subclass... I thought this was a melee. Never mind. I thought that was a melee. Oopsies. This still looks awesome, though. Like, I love Void Warlock. And this is very clearly Void Warlock. This is a Rift icon here. And that's the Warlock class ability. But I think this is like, once you get a melee kill... Yeah, this transforms into an alternative melee. That does like, like, disables and stuns or something? I don't know. We'll see. We're getting more drip-fed content tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. I hope the volume's alright. The music here should be quiet. That is intentional. And I think what we should do first is start with what team are we going to use for this patch. And I'm currently on the Sela team, because for exploration, having a Sela technique is nice. Because it makes you invisible to enemies, which means you can just walk around. And considering I collected a bunch of achievements today... I'm not even halfway down the version list, but I think it's not gonna be... Yeah, more recent versions I have, like, More recent versions have fewer achievements that I still need to do, because eventually I started using lists. And actually going through most of them. Actually, I have some notes back here somewhere that had... notes on achievements... that I can now get rid of because I now use a site that does that for me. It is a little unfortunate that I've missed an achievement because importing them kind of sucks if you're mid-session. But that just is what it is. We make do. And, yeah. I've heard from Simon that this is very much an interesting patch. Now, I've actually seen one of the enemies already, because if we were to head over to Anomaly Arbitration... Kitty cat. If we were to head over to Anomaly Arbitration, I have finished it. I brute force it with my E6 Cass because I got E6 Cass. But this stage here has a new enemy, so I have seen this thing. I try not to spoil myself. That's the only thing I've seen. And I've heard like one combat track from when I was in this Calyx earlier, and this map is still locked. I needed like one quick Calyx for like some thing that you had to beat a fight with like a support character. It's like, oh, you need to take a support doctor ratio and then beat a fight. So I did that with this one because this is gonna be the material for the new Himiko form. Is that thing already in the API actually? Let's take a quick look. Can you see this? Okay, you can. Material calculation. Okay, so she's not. Old Himiko is, of course, but new one isn't. Well, that's a bummer. That'll show up later. Alright. Let's go start with the story then. I expected to start a little slower, and Simon said he would be late. Well, for him, he's on time, because he's usually the one that's most excited from the Discord server for these.
The incident that happened at Full Wish TV is causing a huge stir. Come watch the news.
Oh, right, yeah. What happened... I'm gonna mute you real quick. What happened last time is, there was this, charity group sort of thing on this planet called the Research Society of Happy Smiles. They ended up being led by someone that was severely mentally ill that was implanting stem cells of a dead godlike being into them to basically remove their pain reception and then mutate them into mindless minions to remove pain because they're a fucking psycho. And then we beat up that person. They were called Full Wish, and they were also the owner of most of the large media of this planet.
The Phantom Moon Brief. I'm your host, Poofy.
Hi everyone, this is your old friend Snowy.
Well then, as the Phantom Moon games reach a boiling point, and for reasons that need no explanation, we are now joining Duo Mention TV to bring you live coverage of the latest and most
Wait.
critical news updates.
Yes, we are.
Oh, there are drops.
Full Wish TV and
What?
Research Society
Did they just turn on drops?
announced that she was joining the Phantom Moon Games. That terrifying tragedy of 15 years ago once again swept through the Psionic Games.
The supplicant debate, slated to take place at the Seafeld TV tower, was cut short when out-of-control imaginee known as Joy Ascendant appeared suddenly and launched an attack. This image
Heads up, story short. Hey, Simon, how's the Overwatch session?
spread rapidly. Even Foolish herself turned into a monster atop the Seafeld TV tower.
As of the latest
First half is boring.
nearly 200,000 human and imaginary inhabitants.
Okay, but that would imply the second half isn't.
Countless individuals are
Can you stop, like, opening and closing you doors? I know there's airflow
in a chilling echo
from over there to over there, but that doesn't mean you're allowed to go glug 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 because the wind blows through it, okay? Stop it. Or I'm grabbing duct tape.
She identified the culprits as the famed
There's a...
hero, the
If you ignore the mess on my desk,
Press.
this door is right over there that I store, like, Legos and stuff behind. You can't quite see them because the lighting's terrible.
Tragedy.
But they're opening and closing a little bit, and then when they close, they make like a little ding, like a little noise. I'm not listening to these. I never have because I don't care. But like
They added that the investigation will continue and the
stuff like that. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's obnoxious to me. And the fix is to open my door,
The real story behind
but I will not.
the Phantom Moon Brief will continue to keep you updated.
Will you be watching leaks? I'm kind of tempted to watch leaks at the end of the story. I've seen the drip marketing for Himiko Nova. I actually have watched the Waveman video about her kit. She seems very interesting, and I'm gonna save pools for her. Which is a good thing that I'm farming achievements, right? So, let me very quickly pop up what I was doing achievement farming-wise. We don't need the background noise from this. So this is StarDB. On my account, I have just imported my achievements, and currently I'm sitting at a pretty decent completion rate. To think that of the achievements, there's like 10,000 jades in this, and a whole bunch of these achievements are genuinely just like take us like one of those birds in the prison and just interact with a couple doors. Super easy. All of these, for example, there was one There was one like, let me see. I think I had it for this version, maybe. There was an achievement of like use like rap 2.4 Rappa boot kill. The fuck do you mean? That's not what I clicked on. Oh, oops. Yeah, here, Three Musketeers. If you want to do this, you just start a run in Simulated, or Divergent Universe, what's called nowadays. Start a run in that. Take those 3 characters, because you can use them as trial, do like a free fight at the start, and then you have the achievement. If you actually own the characters, if you remember that they exist, because I certainly do remember, fortunately for me. At the very start of the game, before you get access to the Forgotten Hall, when you get access to the Forgotten Hall, you don't get access to Memory of Chaos yet. You have these tutorial stages from Belobog and the Luofu. If you just take the very first Belobog level, oh, fuck off. Get banned, cunt. Anyways, my rant. If you take the very first level of the Belobog missions, you, excuse me. You can usually one-shot it with a decent technique. If I run in there with the Fine on, you technique, both halves are dead. And then if you need 3 characters on your team to beat the combat, you chuck those in the other slots, you use the technique to open the fight, and you have the achievement for free. Which is really comfy, because those Memory of Chaos stages contain a lot of enemies and boss enemies that you need for early achievements. For example, there's an achievement that asks you to get the finishing blow on Cocolia with Bronya, like your character. Which is hard to do because Cocolia has wind resist. But if I have a level 80, a high crit damage Bronya that I use in my regular endgame teams, and I take it into a Cocolia fight that's level 56, 65, my bad. Yeah, that's a lot easier. A lot easier. It's super nice. I don't think everything that I did was optimal. Also, excuse me for a moment, because I'm gonna have to add another banned term, because these stupid bots can't be arsed to stop showing up here. Block terms and phrases. Add this privately. This is not the first time I've had to add... I've had to add multiple terms to my filters. I'm just adding as much as I can now to get rid of it. But, yeah, achievement farming. There are a bunch of achievements in these earlier versions that I haven't actually done yet. Because a lot of them are Simulated Universe. And I actually think achievement farming for Simulated Universe is something I might do on stream, because, why not? Anyhow, so let's go back to this. And then, actually... Okay, sure. Over 500 years ago. Whatever.
Say things like that on TV when it's not even confirmed. And the internet is flooded with fake...
You should anti-bot extension. Now, it's really just scam bots that come into the chat like, hey, go to this website to get AI viewers. And I'm like, I would rather stop streaming than get AI viewers. I'm gonna beat someone into a fine pulp. I hope the volume's fine, by the way.
I'm happy you made it back safely.
Oh, I got some Sheppies on my desk.
You just don't seem quite the same. Oh no. behind. Don't tell me you're becoming the next Don Hung. No.
Someone here
What
sounds...
it takes to become a hero?
Someone here is upset.
If you're all grown up and serious, we just can't click like we used to anymore.
I do like March.
Tell me about what happened in
Though I
the
hope
tower.
we get more Evernight lore somewhere in, like, somewhere in the near future.
But haven't heard yours yet.
Alright, there we go.
Bullwish had people undergo the happiness surgery to implant Shuhu's flesh into their bodies, and that ended up causing this disaster. And you guys stopped the mutation from spreading, but all you managed to do was to temporarily seal Shuhu's flesh inside Blade.
Yeah, but Blade is my goat. He's got this.
Then you mentioned that Nessia, the one we met at Star Rail Fest, is actually the Phantasmoon Moon Games arbitrator? No wonder she could draw
The
massive
one
views.
you met
And
there.
she also asked you to go deep into the canvas to warn, who was it again? Who is that?
Yes, Graphia. Himiko's ancestor. She's an artist from 1,000 years ago.
Himiko's ancestor? She's still alive? Wait, that's not even the most important part. Nessia asked you to warn Graphia that the Lord Ravager...
Asap Pramod had such a good soundtrack.
Why does the Express have such bad luck?
Hold on. This is something that we glossed over last patch when we were playing it on stream.
Random problems. But running into another Lord Ravager while on vacation? This is way over the line.
Okay, so I'm gonna very quickly actually reduce this to 0, right? Because I'm gonna put the full screen back on so you can actually... I'm gonna do this, and then desktop audio. And then I have, from the 4.2 OST, which is the previous patch, there was a moment where we encountered Asap Pramod. And he has baller soundtrack. It's just like a soundtrack just for this frame of that patch. It's good. And I completely glossed over it. I guess I'm washed. Yeah, I've been listening to this on like repeat while playing video games. It goes hard. Go look it up. I'm pretty sure it'll be available in game too. But they will have to rip out my internal organs or give me a better way of actually organically listening to Cosmic Sacrifice for Love. Because otherwise, I'm not switching off of that. I think the only way to get that right now is in Currency Wars. It's the only place outside of the 1 point something. Not 1 point something. 3 point something. No. Argenti event patch. That one. Go number. Don't care. Don't worry, March. If shit really hits the fan, we just, like, shake you real quick, and then Evernight gets angry, and then... I don't know. I want to quickly check. Is this available? Because I should have all... I don't even have all of these. Oh, these are, of course, are the new patch ones. This is also a really good track. I've also been AFKing in Seafeld City. No, this isn't it. Is it this? Because it was like 2 minutes something. And this definitely isn't it. This is the boss. So, like, where is the Asaprama track? Yeah, I don't think the Asaprama track's currently on here. If you want to see, or maybe not, I don't know. I'm gonna look at it after the patch is done. After I'm done playing the story. I've seen the splash art. And I don't want to see anything more for now. I think that's a fair reason to do it. Like, a fair way to do it. Oh wow, I've got another drop, guys. I got 4 gold fragments. Honkshu, sleepy little guy. Hold on, me. Bro did not go to bed in his own bedroom. Just straight up knocked himself out on the couch. Okay, not sure, whatever. Me, when the War of Aeons has started, because we killed Iron Tomb, my goat. This is so sad. Hey, Razor. How many you on now? 98? 99? Or I couldn't hear what you said earlier. Oh, hold on. I fucked up the audio.
Constantly stretched thin and feeling out of my depth. All I could do was note every problem.
I said I'll look at the leaks after.
A world's coordinates that needed an update. A glitch.
After I'm done with this patch's story, I want to take a look at the leaks.
Were as dense as the coordinates on the astral charts, leaving me completely overwhelmed. Back then, I never imagined the Astral Express would one day have to face a Lord Ravager. But strangely, now
Game's a bit
the
low.
time has come again.
1 second. Hopefully this fixes it.
Panicking at all. Come to think of it, it's because of you. Because of all.
Of course it's better.
Along the way,
It can't be perfect, but it's better because I did raise the volume.
the name
Stop it!
before I set out once told me, keep moving
I
forward.
swear to God, dude.
Obstacles that once felt
Is my
impossible
Twitch
to
tripping?
conquer will soon be behind
Oh
us.
my fucking god. Did my internet just drop for like a second? I caught a crispy 699 dropped frames. I saw it start to buffer on my stream preview, and I was like, uh-oh. It's very windy outside, by the way. Very, very windy. It's been raining and like storming and such for the past couple days. So it's very windy, and I will For me, it caught on. I can't. Yeah, okay. That's. Dude, I fucking love the internet, and how the infrastructure just kind of works. Oh, oops. Hi, Ragnar. Hope you're doing good today. Let's see. Okay, so it's gonna be 30 jades in about 1.5 hours. Well, maybe we'll be on by then. That's around 11. That sounds like a pretty decent time to. To start rounding or like ending it. Afronden, rounding. My face when Dutch speech keeps worming its way into my language. Yeah, I have an appointment tomorrow morning. That's gonna be so much fun! Yay! I need to wake up early again to waste my entire, not waste, but like spend my entire morning on doing non-uni stuff.
I've seen you grow through the Vantis Moon games. Becoming
At least I
someone
paused
others can
the
trust
conversation.
and lean on. And I heard the declaration you made atop the tower. I'm truly proud of you. That's why I want to share
I paused her
a story from
talking
past
while the
with
internet
you.
was out for a second.
A promise from 15 years ago.
Oh, Himiko lore. Ooh, okay, okay.
I promised someone that when the moon over my hometown was full again, I would go back to see her, to let her know I had made the most of this borrowed life.
That is not what I wanted to know. I have a problem with this, with this sentence here. I have a very big. There's a one-word problem of the with this sentence here. Oh no no no! Oh no no no! Oh no 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 no! Is it not recording my mouse? Oh no! Hold on 1 second. No, it is. It is. It's just stream delay is pretty big.
I found companions.
This says the word borrowed. Yikes. Are we gonna have a Honkai Impact 3rd moment and eventually Himiko kinda just dies? Like, they made us think Firefly died for a while. There it was rationalizable to, you're in the dreamscape, she turned into bubbles, she'll be fine, you know? Here it's more like the Amphorius cast dying. The Amphorius cast lives on in memories. They're like pure memory at this point, slowly manifesting into our world, with strong teasers to that they will actually manifest into our real reality at the end of the 4.x main story. I think it's 4.7 is going to be 4.7, 4.8, one of those two. This is not that. This is more like one of your best story companions isn't actually alive. And that's probably also the answer to how she beat the weathering curse thing that we saw. Or that we encountered earlier in the story, where her entire bloodline just kind of turns into dried paint and dies early. Yeah, this patch, the 4.3 is gonna be interesting.
I want to share this story with you all. The story of how my
Are we gonna get the full lore? Cause like,
because it's a long story, filled with many memories of my past. I'd also like to invite you all to the place where I repaired the Express and tell you everything, bit by bit.
All right, it's a deal. When I return from the world in canvas, you can make us... let Shush make us some coffee, huh? Then we'll settle in and listen
Come on, man. This is an emotional moment.
Speaking of the world in canvas,
You can't just, like, deny her the pleasure from serving coffee when you're talking about her being on borrowed time.
this March told
At
me
least
how
could have said,
Gracia said to you.
we can have something to
Gracia's
drink.
request was not made lightly, and she was worried for a reason. Silverwolf saw that Lord Ravager in action too. Reports from the databank and the IPC's investigation, Asat Pramad's campaigns often span centuries, and the planets he targets all end up destroyed in freak accidents, leaving their surfaces covered in only smiling faces. 1,000 years ago,
Asat Pramod is kind of cool.
Graphia created the world in canvas. If that was to resist Asat Pramad's invasion of Ahatopia, then could this disaster unleashed through the Phantasmoon games be the prelude to his next invasion? That's the first of many mysteries. Based on our family history, we are clearly not
It's so good that I don't have a
presented
pet
with long-lived
because I
species.
keep waking up having squished my plushies.
The weathering curse has shortened my family's lifespan for generations.
It's so
What
bad.
did my ancestor have gone through to still exist today?
I fear that if I had a cat, not only would I probably not be able to take good care of it, because I can't even take care of my plants well, man. Those poor things. But like, I'd also have like the insane urge to just squish the creature sometimes, you know? And you can do that with a plushie. Plushie is inanimate. Can't do that with an actual, you know, house cat. Or like a dog. Though admittedly I'm more of a cat person than a dog person. It's not important. Like, you can't squish a cat like this. Meanwhile, this Sheppy, I can squish. He's super cute. And I have a couple Sheppy on my desk to like fidget with while I listen, because I know otherwise my fingernails won't survive the end of this evening. And I would like to keep my fingernails somewhat intact for now.
There are far too many legends about her. It's hard to tell what's true and what's not. Only two things are beyond doubt. First, during the Cinderth Age, she created countless Imaginae and sent them into battle against the demon legions from beyond. Second, near the end of one of the Phantasmoon games, she created the world in canvas to shelter inside it.
Yeah, and we know that there are also these scrolls that house the Voracity.
Familiar with Asat Pramad, but has also witnessed the manifestation of the Aeon of Elation.
Yeah, and then the answer to her still being alive. Like, even Yimiko doesn't know.
Nobody knows
Which is
just
interesting.
how big the plane Graphia created actually is. Over 140 years ago, the IPC tried to salvage the world in canvas, but they were only able to reconstruct part of it in the real.
So, I reckon we're gonna go in the world in canvas. And because the current plane Arcadia is a part of it, that means we'll probably just find normal civilization, which is also easier to model.
Power of Elation to step into the painting.
But I wouldn't put it above them, because they did make
She has not only
Amphorius
seen
and Penacony, and that shit looked fire.
has also seen the Aeon of Elation descend in
I
all their
actually wonder. Right? I actually wonder, because the China-Japan political friction happened right before we were supposed to go to Benzai Tengoku. Which they completely just like retconned, and this is basically that same place, but Tengoku now lies in their past, so it's still mentioned every once in a while. I wonder how much of this content is still the same. That'd be awesome to see, because technically in a couple of months, most of this was thrown together. And as far as I'm aware, we're working like a year in advance. Did they change some content for... Basically, they had a Japan-inspired planet planned for this story. And then China and Japan had political tension right before the release. So they had... Because Hoyo is a Chinese company, they had to change course. So we're now on Plain Arcadia, but it was originally supposed to be a different planet. And honestly, I really like what they've done so far. But I still wonder how different it would have been if we would have gone to the original content. And I'm pretty sure we'll get that in the future, where they will probably reuse those assets they made for a different Japan-inspired planet. But we'll see. Like... I guess I'm a cat killer because I'm curious, and curiosity kills cats. Where do I begin?
Good question. As for who in Plain Arcadia knows Graphia and the world in Canvas best, it's probably Pearl. She was sent here by the IPC. She should have some clues to guide us in the right direction.
I need a...
By the way, General Yao Guang is here. She says she wants to talk to you in private.
I need to do a thing. Before I forget.
I'm not sure if she comes with good news or bad news. She brought a little gift.
Oh, mung bean soda. I was looking for that.
Mung bean soda. Go talk to General Yao Guang then. Don't keep her waiting. After.
Okay. There is one thing that... Fuck!
Nice to meet
I need to
you,
do a
Ceasefire.
thing before I forget.
I always thought that the arbitrator, Evanesia, would step in and punish Foolish for the disaster she caused. But, to my surprise, it was you who defeated Foolish. In my capacity as an Arbiter General, I extend my deepest gratitude to you for halting the plague and sparing countless lives from suffering. What I am about to tell you is something Evanesia risked breaking rules to share with me. Please keep it a secret. Not a word of this leaves the Express.
Why not use Sunday to do this even more secret then?
Sealed within Ahatopia's core.
What a surprise, guys. Remember when we first went into that little, into the little demonic tooth dimension? And then eventually Asheville said, no, get the fuck back here. I was already like, that looking kind of veracity. Does not surprise me at all that the veracity's in here. Not at all. That's cosmic level bad news.
You mean the Leviathan that can swallow whole planets? That Ouroboros, the Veracity?
Looks like you know a thing or two about Ouroboros.
I've seen that terrifying thing in Herta's simulated universe.
Rumor has it, they were last seen during the era of the Swarm disaster. They were...
I wonder if they're gonna come back alive.
...to attend a cosmic level feast, in which the Swarm served merely as appetizers, and the planets they passed were devoured as the main course. No one expected them to be here of all places, sealed away on this very planet, after vanishing for years. The true situation remains unknown, but with this information we can understand why Asat Pramod set his sights on this world. Aren't you a little afraid?
I mean, I'm like here now, and the story says... Oh yeah, I've seen worse.
That's impressive, Ishvara. No one
Don't mention! Sorry. I need to take a breather. I read the word iron tube and I got very excited for a second. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with me? My goat! My goat! He's dead though, we're not getting him back.
Follows when fate hits its lowest ebb. Every crisis comes with an opportunity.
I thought the writing of the ending for Force was a bit, but the animation and sound design was so good, and I love Iron too. He's my goat.
It might just be a risky path worth taking. Blade has agreed to my proposal and will venture into the world in Canvas to seek out the veracity.
Oh, we're going together with our bestie?
From what I've heard,
That's so wholesome!
I cast a divination, and the hexagram shifted between the marsh and fire trigrams, yielding the judgment. Heaven and earth are separate and apart, but the work which they do is the same. In other words, though your paths may differ, they are destined to intersect.
You could have just said that from the start. It's gonna be Blade. Oh, oops.
Betting? No, I don't see it that way. We are not chips laid on a gaming table, nor dice tossed at someone's whim. We trust in people, in ourselves, and in those beside us, knowing they can change the course of even the most desperate battle. That belief is what gave you the strength to overcome Foolish. It is also the only reason I stay for this world. My purpose has never changed. I am going to draw the elation into my divination, and overturn a fate marked for great woe.
You're gonna stand there and do a male peacock animation, which is kind of ironic. Because, like, you're supposed to be a Xianzhou woman, and for some reason, your entire thing is specifically designed around the male traits of an animal. Peacocks look good, but, like, the entire, like, plumed up feather thing that she has in her ult, that's male peacocks, not female. Last I checked. I might just be retarded. I'm gonna look this up real quick. Hold on. Hold on, I need to make sure of this. Yeah, no, okay, I'm not stupid. Okay, I thought for a while that I was stupid.
A funeral, or an adventure. Will it be a battle with only a 1 in 10 chance of survival to tear away Shuhu's flesh from his body, and eliminate the Xianzhou's arch enemy? Or will it be a journey in which he settles all grudges and never looks back? It all depends on how he perceives it.
Yeah, okay, but Mortonak's Blade release, and he's like the best unit in the game by far. That's why I mean, I already wanted to pull for him because I actually Blade as a character has started growing on me a good bit. And then he ended up being like turbo busted. I think I'm not sure if it's unhealthy for the game kind of busted, because it's like, is it better than Tribi? I think I'm gonna say that it's better than Tribi. Like, in general support wise. And of course in damage wise. Fits in, if I'm not mistaken, every single team in the game. It's a very, very good and well designed kit, but holy shit.
It will be a tribute to the elation. The shadow of the Lord Ravager looms, and from here on, everyone must carry their part of the burden. I will take my leave first.
Okay, but basically, the hungry guy is downstairs, and he's gonna munch if they're still alive. Epic. Before I forget, Silverwolf, I need to turn this back on. I had to turn this off for an achievement. There is an achievement that says, in the battle against Kafka, implant her with 2 different weaknesses, which the enhanced state Silverwolf can't do. You're supposed to do it with Silverwolf. You can't do that with the Nova Flared Silverwolf, because that's just gonna use the leftmost non-intrinsic weakness type. So if I'm taking, because I would be taking Hyacinth for sustain. It's nice, or Huohuo, it doesn't really matter. Bronya to be able to take 2 actions to implant twice, and then I had Silverwolf and Blade, because Blade was really good at clearing the first stage of the MOC thing that I was using. And with the enhanced version, it uses one of those 2. The leftmost one, which you don't want. You want to be able to roll both, so you turn the enhanced state off, which does not have this trait. It does it randomly. And that's good, because that still lets you get the achievement. There was another achievement where if you go into the databank, right, if we very quickly go to enemy creatures, and we have the Automaton Spider, there's an achievement where if this is the only thing still on the field, so when it dies, the combat ends, but you die to its self-death, like its self-kill explosion, which is a move that it has, you get an achievement. If you have Castris, you cannot get this achievement. As far as I'm aware, I tried for like 1.5 hours, you cannot get the achievement. The reason why is, is it correct? I think there is only one sequence where you can do it, and it might have just been that my characters are fucked up. But the TLDR is the actual detonation attack has a charge up turn. And you not only need to die, like you can go into combat on 1 health, right? You use a single character on 1 health, or like a little bit of health. You need to, most of these enemies that have this encounter are 2 of these and 1 of these. There's like a little spot that has a couple of those encounters roaming around, which are the ones that you want to use for it. You need to kill 1 of these and 1 of these, but you also need to make sure that the explosion attack hits you while you are afflicted with the Moon Cocoon status effect. Because you can't heal out of it. That will mean you don't die off the explosion. And if you take 2 turns with the effect, you die, because you only get to live for 1 extra turn. So if you want to die while you have Castris, you need to die twice, but the timing is kind of fucked, because this has an off attack turn, so this doesn't always attack, and this is a mandatory off attack turn, and it just times itself a little annoyingly. And I'm a little pissed because I still haven't figured out how to actually get that achievement. And it's like a 1.0 achievement. It's super old. It's called actually, let me double check. I don't remember the name. Perish Song, which is an awesome name for an achievement. My goat wolf Glick playing the Pokemon battle, and then he go arr, arr, and then with this,
Up to over there.
ooh, the kitty cat's here. If you have me on your friends list, don't forget to check in with this guy. You'll want the bonus from this. The final reward that you get is technically a different cat tree from the one you see at the back there. There's an alternative cat tree you can get. That's a new soundtrack.
Oh, there you are. We were waiting for you.
But you also get 1 jade per day, and that increases. You get 35 jade total for talking to Akavili Meow 7 times. And they're usually obnoxious to find because no one communicates that they have one. But I have mine. So if you happen to have the cat event already unlocked, which you really should, because it's fun. If you happen to have it unlocked and you don't have all the cat progress yet, you can hop into my train. There's also my UID down bottom left, so you could probably use that to hop onto because it's public for everyone.
We're here to celebrate the
I'm not in the Discord where they share all that stuff.
Pom-Pom's heard all about your latest adventure.
It's a modest celebration, but a meaningful one. You stopped Full Wish's scheme, and that is no small achievement. Regardless of
Okay,
what
so
people
can
consider
we
meaningless,
like toast some
raise a
tap
glass
water?
to you.
Exactly. You knocked out the mastermind behind all those creepy whatever their name is.
Joy
I didn't
Ascendant.
get to see it myself, but Don Hung described it for me. You killed it.
Your victory gave Blade a chance to free himself from Shuhu's flesh. Thank you.
With a Lord Ravager looming on the horizon, everyone will soon be heading off on their own missions. Before that, it felt right to have a small gathering like this.
Now, let's make a toast. Here's to everyone who fights to protect this Arcadia. And here's to all of us. The Lord Ravager can throw whatever he wants at us. But I know the Astral Express will keep streaking across the stars.
Thank you. All of you.
1
Having
second.
you by my side is what gives me the courage to face the future. I'll carry this strength with me through the rest of this journey.
Oh, I have another drop. Let's go, guys. I'm so good at this farming drops thing. Yeah, you get this cat tree. Honestly, it looks pretty good. I don't know what to do with the actual cats on my tree quite yet, so but I like this cat tree. That's one of the things you unlock. Can you not change the tree now? No, whatever. But yes, if you get, you can actually see your, stat, like, progress over here. I'm so happy with the cat cake thing. I think it's so cute.
Did you need something? I need a break. I felt worn out ever since coming back from Seafeld TV Tower.
Just like last time where I meant, well, last batch I mentioned that I really like having Sunday along as an Astral Express member. I still do.
How tired I was. I'd have to clutch my glass and smile, keeping myself calm. Mr. Yang insisted I should get a full day of sleep, but I didn't want to miss the chance to toast with you all. I should thank you for letting me embark on this journey.
The bro went from like tyrant to just a chill guy, you know.
I heard from Sunday about how the televised debate went. We won this battle because of you. The streets were in chaos, traffic ground to a halt, and Wispe littered the ground. It was like a scene straight out of a disaster movie.
Oh, you would know about that,
When the televised debate began, a crowd outside the station gathered to protest the Astral Express and nearly broke through the barricades. But the moment the Joy Ascendants appeared, they scattered without a second thought.
Cool enemy. Has an achievement for killing all of the stage 3,
A made-up
for all of the second layer at once. Have not managed to get it yet.
more concerned about you. I've seen the footage of your fight with Full Wish. When you returned to the top of the tower, an enormous surge of power seemed to erupt from you. It reminded me a lot of when I saved you at Herta Space Station. Did you tap into the power of the Stellaron? From what I can see, you're in pretty good shape right now. The Stellaron can be awakened by a wish, but its immense power always has a way of warping reality.
Are we finally gonna start using that Stellaron in our chest as a proper story point? It's kind of just been there, and sometimes they call back to it, and then like, ah, well, other stuff to do.
We have no idea. Be careful with this power you have, no matter how tempting it may seem.
Nope, pom pom.
It's you! Pom-Pom heard you've got a solo mission coming up. Be safe, will you?
I've actually noticed that there's
Sadly, Pom-Pom can't remember most of what happened right after the Express crashed onto this world.
you don't really interact with pom pom systems as soon as you reach max level.
No matter how hard Pom-Pom tries, Pom-Pom just can't wipe it clean. But it's okay. After passenger Himiko repaired the Express, Pom-Pom got to share a one-of-a-kind journey with all of you.
Oh yeah, right. You
How did passenger Himiko appear? That's odd. Pom-Pom can't remember a thing. All Pom-Pom recalls is having a long and fuzzy sleep, then being woken by a knock at the door. And just like that, passenger Himiko was on board. The day passenger Himiko knocked, it felt like Pom-Pom was waking up from a dream. The Express's heart started beating again, and the lights
yeah,
flickered
this
on.
Express is imbued with some power of the Trailblaze and pom poms too.
Graphia.
Makes sense.
Pom-Pom hasn't. But Pom-Pom always dreams of strangers when Pom-Pom's asleep. They seem to be bustling around the Express, and there are soft
This is a pretty good track.
sounds, just like the sound of stars twinkling. But every time Pom-Pom wakes up, their faces slip away. Pom-Pom is only left with a warm and comforting feeling, knowing someone had taken good care of Pom-Pom. Safe trip. Pom-Pom will take good care of the Express while you're away.
I actually remember there was the pom pom slop where you could ask it questions about all sorts of stuff. Can you stop for a moment? Shush it. Seemingly messaging someone. How's it going, little kitty cat? I love these cat kicks so much. They're just adorable little critters. I'll be honest, I think one of my favorite ones in design is Ron May's cat cake. I think it has a really nice color scheme. It looks so cute, but also like stupid and not stupid at the same time. I don't know what to say about it. I think Lambda's friend is adorable. Would hug.
There you are. March and I were talking about you.
Gosh.
A little. But March is obviously worrying too much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going on a trip with my bestie Blade, right? Like, that's...
I have a reasonable amount of concern for my companions.
This trip to Plain Arcadia is the first time we weren't necessarily working together toward a common goal. You dove into the Phantom Moon games. I crossed paths.
Baba Booey.
Let's go, Simon! 1 year in a row? Well,
As for March,
12 months.
she
Sub.
spent her
It says
time
2-month
out
streak.
reading.
12 months is a lot of months,
Perfect
man.
Little vacation.
Thanks a ton.
Wait, hold up. How come all I get is wandering and eating? I grab plenty of comics as well.
God forbid this girl chills out a bit.
Cultural exploration, with a little extra time for me to recharge, of course. Right?
Now that we're having this little break, it hit me that I might have neglected you and March.
I have the feeling that out of all three of us, Dan Heng had the most time awake in Amphorius. But like March had like this trauma-inducing event where she went through like having every night be dug up and taking control and almost killing everyone. She deserves a little bit of rest.
Yeah, we are actually more concerned about.
Oh, I got Sheppy on my desk. It's very hard not to.
Blade has accepted General Yao Guang's proposal. Perhaps he has finally moved on from past grudges, and that
If he has, that would be
and is now ready to
interesting.
do something for himself. It's going to be a path fraught with danger. So I had hoped to accompany him for a bit longer, but he refused. From now on, I will turn my attention to this world.
I think the Stalodon Hunters are a really interesting cast of characters.
To help with setting up some defense.
They're definitely like murderous criminals, but the way we're seeing them is also like more in private, right?
To accompany him to the tavern to investigate clues about Asat Pramod. Yours truly figured she'd been resting long enough, and it was time to stretch her legs. So I volunteered. No problem. When you come back, you have to share everything you saw
Okay.
in the world in Canvas.
From my 1 5-second snapshot that I got from the Calyx in one of the maps that I haven't been to yet. So with that, it's this Calyx, right? I had a couple seconds of the background music that I listened to, and I was like, this is baller. Gonna cut it out now. I need to finish this Calyx quick, because I don't want to be spoiled. I did not look at the background, and this is just full of these, right?
Just in time. I've talked to Madame Pearl. She will handle all the
I can't wait to hear the music.
so you can enter the world in Canvas to find my ancestor Graphia. Actually, I hoped you could take some time to rest first. Once you've fully rested, you may make your way to the dock in Seafeld City.
Okay, but which
Madame
dog?
Pearl has a special ship waiting for you there. It will take you to the border between this world and the world in Canvas, a place known as Inkford Hermitage. That's your final stop before entering the world in Canvas, a place to gather your supplies and rest up before you set out on the journey ahead. I know you'll have to go alone this time, but I don't think it'll be dangerous. After all, that realm was created by Graphia.
I mean, if it is dangerous, like, main character syndrome, they need to make more money off of us. We'll live until the next patch, right? And that same thing can be applied inductively to say that we probably live until the end of the story. I would honestly be really excited if they kill off the main character at some point. And then, like, in a quest for revenge, or like in quest for vengeance or something, or in the honor of, the rest of the cast keeps going. And our character is canonically dead. I think that could be really cool.
Please tell her that one of her descendants became a nameless on the Express. Go ahead. Set out once you've rested up. I'll be here with Welt and the others, awaiting good news from you.
In other words, wants you to take Shuhu and jump straight into the Veracity and leave the rest to the Eon's stomach acid? And this is between me and him, right? Why are you tagging along?
Relax. I'll say my goodbyes and be gone.
Music here is good.
Funeral. If you ask me, this ending is indeed grand enough.
I don't care about any of that. There's only one thing I care about. Does he have to die?
Here's a piece of advice, little cub. Whether he lives or dies is his choice. That's the one thing you don't get to decide for him.
It has landed.
I'll be honest though, there is one minor thing. Blade shares the same voice actor as Victor from Deadlock, and Victor has been pissing me off. And I've been liking using Blade in HSR, so I have conflicting feelings about this voice right now. Because Victor, I've put on my ban list. I don't want to play against Victor. I don't even want to play with a Victor. I just don't want to see Victor in my games. But Blade, I want to see more of Blade. I like Blade. I think he's a cool character.
Nothing. Just a seabird landing on the rocks. A blade forged of mortal steel cannot sever an undying fate. If Shuhu is to be put down, the options are few. And that Leviathan is one of them.
In time, people will say this. The culprit of the Juming gave his life for the greater good and plunged into the abyss alongside the abomination.
I'm not as noble as you make it sound. Many years ago, you invited me to join the Galaxy Rangers. I refused for one reason. I'm a petty man. I was never born to carry some greater good. This is between Shuhu and me. Nothing more.
Can't argue with that. A Galaxy Ranger through and through. Well then, I won't say anything more.
Blade, you sure about this?
For years, death has clung to me like a curse, etched into my bones. If there is a chance to make a god feel the same pain, I would do it, even if this body is reduced to ash. As for everyone else, there's no need to drag them into this. Proceed as Yao Guang proposed. Bury Shuhu at the end of the world in canvas, taking me with him, and let the veracity dissolve us both.
She's gonna miss him.
Take care.
How about you stay as well? You might as well see it through to the end with us.
Plain Arcadia has bigger problems that need my attention. Your instincts were right. That meanie pulling strings from the shadows is none other than a Sat Pramod.
Who else would want to kick a Ha's head like a ball?
So, I need to get back and finish my job.
Investigating a Lord Ravager sounds like a job you don't come back from.
Okay.
Therefore, it also pays very well.
Then here's hoping you live long enough to collect your payment.
I do think I prefer the regular Silver Wolf over the 999 model. I wasn't a very big fan of the tail. The standard HSR model designs are a little over the top sometimes.
Anytime, when it's just the two of us, you go quiet.
You know what I'm going to say. The seabird's flown off. It's time for us to go too.
I like the writing so far for this patch. I think it's pretty good. Yep, this is where I thought I was veracity pilled.
The terror slumbering at the heart of Plain Arcadia is Ouroboros.
Less boring than last time. True.
After the swarm disaster, the veracity vanished, never to appear again for more than 700 amber eons.
Okay, but what caused it to
The
vanish?
last rumored sighting was 500 years ago.
History fictionologists claim that Ouroboros lies in wait at the edge of the cosmos, guarded by their children, awaiting the day of their return.
Of course, that's false.
I've heard that story before, but it wasn't about the edge of the cosmos. It was Pier Point. They say that the preservation is nothing more than a facade, and the IPC is, in truth, a cult devoted to the veracity.
Organic life.
He'll be done around 2 a.m.
Imagination
Yeah, but we're gonna stop in about an hour.
that Louis Fleming seeks to ascend is the eon of wealth. That the Council of Mundanites are mere hounds of Dr. Primitive.
And then we'll continue it later.
The Development Department colludes with the destruction, turning a blind eye to the spread of Stelerons. Such rumors are endless. I believe the General should be able to tell which are true and which are not.
I've never heard the last one, so let's assume it's the only one that's true. Such terrible breath. Once this Leviathan awakens, the Arcadia's destruction would be all but instantaneous.
The music here is good. I like it.
Now, this remains conjecture. The sealed remains appear to be a husk that Ouroboros once shed. Why it's
I guess saving the best part for another stream is good.
the elation.
Warn me when I'm like hitting a point of no return where I'd want to stay up till 3 in the morning, because I definitely cannot afford to stay up till 3 in the morning.
The calamity of the Leviathan must not be allowed to re-emerge in this world.
Naturally, that is why I'm here. And it's about time for the two nameless to arrive. Oh, you're just on time.
General Yao Guang, as instructed, warding talismans have been placed at over a dozen sites across Plain Arcadia.
My thanks. It was Mr. Yang's talent of creation out of nothing that allowed us to reproduce dozens of plumes and complete the deployment with such speed.
Bro just kind of materializes matter. He's bound to be very hungry soon.
And all four aspects in place, as long as we set up the last formation core. The Decalite reflection barrier will be complete.
I don't remember what that is.
Using the divine eye of the Spiritus to weave a giant web, one that ensnares countless possible futures. General, have you truly made up your mind?
Though Shuhu has been eradicated, the signs of doom have not faded. On the contrary, they grow ever clearer.
A sad
After much
promote moment.
consideration, the source can only be this restless corpse.
The sad promote is like kind of out there.
Crisis is yet to pass, and another is already upon us. The Arcadia's ley lines were already riddled with scars. And now even the ancient trees seal is starting to loosen. While Evanesia is asleep, someone must take up her duty to guard this place.
But defending isn't the way of the hunt. If If you don't want to become the prey, you must become the hunter.
General, do you intend to go on the offensive and suppress the remains of the Veracity?
How could I? The Joy Seeker could barely confine that husk using the Abundance's ambrosial arbor as its cage. I'm not that arrogant as to place myself alongside the gods. I'm not here to guard against an Eon, but against a lesser menace. Lord Ravager Asat Pramad. This barrier is prepared for him.
Asat Pramad has been meddling with the gang from the shadows. His intentions unclear. We know little about him or the Veracity. By chance, however, a friendly citizen has provided us with intel.
Ouroboros' remains are in Ahatopia.
Oh yeah, this happened last batch.
Silence is an answer in itself. I've seen that reaction too many times.
I'm not surprised that you were the first to discover it. You were in the Torn Scroll too. The probability of you noticing was 24%.
That's a little low, don't you think? I'd put it at well over 90.
What I don't understand is this. There were countless ways to verify your hypothesis. Yet you chose the most unconventional one.
What is the effect used on this?
You
It's all
bypassed
eyes.
and broke into the building to confront me in person. What is your objective?
This is no confrontation. It's a warning, Madam Pearl. I'm a security officer, and there is only one reason I'm here.
You should go all out?
Everyone else
What do you
is
mean?
fixated on the Phantasmoon games. Only the Department of Aberration Defense is watching others.
Story to peak, but I have an appointment tomorrow at 9. That's why. So we will be cutting it short. And I have a deadline for Friday. So I will not be streaming on Thursday. And maybe not even on Friday if I don't get my deadline done.
3 nameless, 1 detective, and 1 officer. But just moments ago, a 10th set of footprints appeared at the scene.
After the investigation, we learned that the traces were left deliberately. A blatant provocation.
Sorry, Simon. I told you I'd be chipping away at it. I know that I have shit to do.
Uninvited. Make no mistake. Plan Arcadia is the stage he chose with care, and drawing the Abundance into the fray was hardly a win.
Our top priority is to dispose of Shuhu's flesh properly to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands and causing another calamity.
That's being dealt with.
That said, we cannot afford to ignore Asat Pramad's next move.
I also can't afford to ignore my bladder for this much longer, so I will be going to the bathroom in a bit. It's also the reason why I've put high check back on full pause. Because the bottle's empty. I've had 2 liters of water today, that's enough.
When that time comes, we won't wish to leave any footprints behind.
One final question. Why did the Lord Ravager choose to visit this place? Does he have an ulterior motive? Or is this merely some twisted joke?
That question should be left to the professionals. Don't forget, we have a detective who can't seem to rest. Let's hope the accumulation of variables can tip the scales in our favor.
Oh, variables. I've been working a good bit with machine learning models.
Set out, and the gondola, bound for distant lands, set sail.
Okay, guys, I will have to put this on a be right back screen. Where is it? I thought I had a... Yeah, I'm gonna have to put this on a be right back screen. I will be right back. I need to go to the bathroom right now. Sorry, that took a moment. Whew. Blech.
The end of the world. Nation once again declared war upon the Veracity. Frail little humans. Ouroboros split their mouth wide open. Whoever can fill my whole mouth with but a single thing shall receive a reward. My tongue. The fool known as the Shepherd captured a comet. Wasn't even enough to fill the gap between the Veracity's teeth. The bartender Faraji opened the wine cellar. Yet they only grew drowsy, drifting off to sleep. And en route, he crept up to the Veracity's ear and told them a corny joke. The Veracity pondered it for 10 amber eras, then burst into laughter at their own amusement. En route spread his hands and said, "See, I filled your mouth with laughter."
Then what happened?
Then the Veracity said, "Are you kidding me?" And with that, they opened their gaping maw and tore en route to pieces.
What kind of nonsense is that?
Those are the facts, my inquisitive auditor. If you want to hear more stories, you're welcome to discuss with your classmates.
We came here to investigate the Veracity and Asat Hamad, but all we got were stories that only a 3-year-old would believe.
Rumors don't just appear out of thin air. It's just a matter of how much truth you think they hold.
At least 90% of that was made up.
Sometimes that last 10% is all you need. Oh, plenty of bystanders around. Let's hear what they have to say.
Bow, wow, bow, wow. Well, we can add him to the team, but I don't care. Chungus.
They say a dull pen beats a sharp memory. My memory's dull, and my pen's not much better.
Then you must have a lot of stationery.
A kindred spirit. Miss, it seems you're one of us as well. I've met far too many fools who can't even read. Oddly enough, those of us who truly love learning are the rare ones. Interested in studying the knowledge of the laughter? I have a reference book here. You can have it.
And records the tales of masked fools who dared to offend eons. They view this as a rite of passage in a fool's career, rushing headlong into it, one after another, never tiring of the thrill. One-day tour of the Amber World. Board members have emptied their coffers. An audience with the Amber Lord. Here's through the debris disk. Dan stood there before sentient life was born. Sometimes, when the Amber Lord offered no response. Who would notice a single speck of dust in the vast expanse of space? Shapeshifters, okay. Remnant dream of the primeval Imperium into the mouth of veracity. Leviathan survived the Dusk Wars, chased the heart all the way to the roots of the imaginary tree. Inside the veracity's belly lay a wondrous world of its own. I have a feeling this is a, what's that called again? With the witch and, like, the guy who's secretly behind the scenes just faking all of his magic power, Wondrous World of Oz, that one. I have a feeling that this is a Wondrous World of Oz reference. I don't know the media well enough to actually pinpoint it, though. Everyone is okay. I'm reading through this at a little faster pace because it can't be that interesting.
This feels completely made up.
Please, thank the seniors. To compile this book, they offended every Eon they possibly could, and narrowly escaped death at the hands of each and every one of them. As for me, I'm just the one who keeps the books circulating.
Okay. But there should be a note in here now. Trying to make numbers just, pretty much similar to an extra dragged in to make up the numbers in soap operas Mr. N loves watching. I love that. Oh. Bizarre story around, blocking their shadow. Yeah, this makes it feel like a Wizards of Oz, like a Wondrous World of Oz reference. Dorothy and the Scarecrow. And the wide chunk. I read it out loud this time, apart from just looking at the name Chungus. This is supposed to be a big Chungus reference. And he's an aspiring Pathfinder of Veracity because it's big, large Chungus. The wide Chungus. Large, so eat a lot. Get it? It's... This guy is weird.
You talk normal? Stop gulping for air.
I swore to become a Veracity Pathstrider. I eat everything. Tasty, nasty,
This guy is really weird.
anything I could chew. Finally, I'll pinch my nose and swallow Lou, and they looked at me.
Ouroboros.
Nah. Very regrettable.
Enough already.
Oh gosh.
I'm telling you, it was all bluffing. Fools didn't lose. Poor Ruth and Dorothy, Rasty wasn't looking, roll up their skin like a grape, stacked it up, poached it. Then, poof, they were gone. Comic-Con Collective don't got a Veracity card.
Not yet.
I already filed formal complaint with the organizers. You should be putting this much effort into your studies.
Hey, friends! How was your first day of school?
Oh hi. Yeah, so Anra, he and Dorothy made off with the Aeon's shed skin.
You up after class.
That makes a lot of sense.
Where were you just now? You opened the door for us and just disappeared. Don't tell me you're up to something again.
Still doubting me? You're breaking Sparkskull's heart here. That whole foolish thing. I took on every emoji in the tavern by myself, fought them all the way to the end of the world, and even wore my mask down to nothing. But honestly, this place runs on rumors. Aha is being chased by the Veracity. Aha chases the Veracity. We won't get anywhere following stories like this.
Let's go through what we know so far.
Where's Mr. N?
Yeah, it's a complete mess.
Eating slime ball. Eating slime ball will get you a glance from
The Unreal Sparks and Spark! No idea how it works, but apparently this light bulb makes you smart the moment you put it on.
Does this friend know you borrowed it?
The Supremon has a gun to our heads, and this is what you're worried about? He'll find out one day.
Well then, I'll go first.
There's such a height difference.
Doesn't look.
And she has Evernight in her back pocket. She'll be fine.
No worries. If anything goes wrong, the friend in my head will protect me.
True. Slay.
Doesn't seem to have any effect.
No, it's working perfectly. I get it now. All of it. No need to dance around. Our enemy is a Lord Ravager. There's only one question we need answered. How does Asat Pramod plan to destroy Elation?
Correction. The effect is very obvious.
Judging by Nanook's habit of picking Lord Ravagers, I wouldn't be surprised if Asat Pramod was once a masked fool, and therefore knows Aha's weakness. The Arcadia Cadia is like a microcosm of eons and paths. People indulge themselves in fabricated happiness.
Having March's voice say this is fucking hilarious, I'll be honest.
Many have expressed their concerns. This isn't elation. Aha is playing with fire.
A classic social realist deduction. Old-fashioned. Ooh, but effective. We're closing in on the truth.
Yes. The answer is all but revealed.
And now it's plucked off of her head.
Sparksy. Do you have evidence?
Silly
Of
March.
course. The truth is so simple that everyone overlooked it. The evidence
Look.
is you, first person I met when I got off the express. If I am Asat Pramad, would you and Grey Hair have been able to walk out of the school alive? Yeah, fair point.
Maybe just to make that point.
That's weird. Thought I was on the right track. Let me give you a lesson. Deduction isn't about people skills. It's about smart tricks and flawless logic. Watch and learn. Sparkle, master of the classic whodunit, has entered the chat. What, you changed your clothes just for this?
That's cool that they made a transformation.
Ouroboros likes to eat. Secondly, whatever they eat disappears completely. Therefore, veracity is also a form of distraction. This is the classic mystery of one culprit, two identities. The one trying to kill elation is the Lord Ravager, Asat Pramad, played by the Veracity. What am I even saying? Classic whodunit. This is more like a classic Who's the
Sparkle with Sparksy's voice is cursed. Let me quickly check, right?
So, after a bit of thought, Lady Sparksy came up with a brilliant idea. I borrowed a nifty little gadget from a friend. First of all, Ouroboros likes to eat. Secondly, whatever they eat disappears completely. Watch and learn. Sparkle, master of the classic.
Yeah, there is a little bit of a change, like a little bit of a difference in how the voice actor voices both of these characters. I like that. I like that.
I get it now. All this thing does is make wild guesses sound reasonable. So far, that's the most accurate piece of information we've gotten.
No need to be so serious, detective. Why don't you show
Monkey in his back pocket.
By the way, what type of detective are you?
Me? I'm a tough guy type. I don't waste time.
But
on
nah.
useless things.
Yeah.
I aim straight at the heart of the problem.
And then kill it.
You're not wrong. Asat Pramad is Nimric's weapon to assassinate Aha. Whatever his plan may be, the target doesn't change. Remember, as far as humanity knows, there are only 3 ways an eon can go.
A broader path engulfs a narrower one. Divine warfare between eons, and
Using the part of it.
third one.
Using a part of an eon.
What was it again?
Which is what Iron Tomb was trying to do.
Forcing an eon to turn away from their own path.
Whichever it is, none of it sounds remotely connected to plain Arcadia. So, what makes you so certain Asat Pramad is here on business, not on vacation?
Because we folks just dug up one heck of a treasure from underground. And in the stories tied to them, we've unearthed more than a few names worth paying attention to.
Yeah. The refrigerator's cooling system is down. Remember to repair it. Oh, this is definitely Mr. N writing. A trail of unknown footprints appears at the abandoned station. A weird emoji running amok in the tavern. All clues point to the Lord Ravager Assad Pramad. The detective is back on the case. Will he be able to track down the Leviathan's footprints in the tavern? P.S. The refrigerator's cooling system's down. Remember to repair it. Yeah, definitely Mr. N. And this guy's summon comments to feed the veracity. Sounds like a fairy tale. The fool from whom en route met inside the belly of the veracity. Akin to extra dragged. Okay, yeah. Plenty of bartenders in the Laughter's Tavern, but he's the most famous one. He still hasn't paid off the tab from the time cracked open the wine cellar. Feeding the Leviathan corny jokes. Once ventured, blocking their shadow. Didn't tell a lame story, jokey, and Dorothy made off with the Aeon Shedskin. We know from what was mentioned earlier that what we saw is more like a shedding than the actual beast itself.
Right. He's the one I can't stop thinking about. Stories change every time. They all circle back to the same logic. En route defeated the veracity by some means.
You're right. Then who is this en route? Do you know him?
En route.
Yes!
Of course she does. Everyone in the tavern knows that name. Long ago, its owner grew tired of jokes, cast aside his mask, and walked away. Some say he became a morning actor. Others say he jumped into a...
Oh, this is like... This guy's in my top 3 favorite characters.
What truly matters is that you have my unreal Sparks and Spark.
Yep, figured that was his.
Give it back, give it back. That's a big order my client wants immediately.
What do you mean, give it back? It just wandered off, and I happened to find it on the way, so I brought it home. You want it? Here, take it now.
Absolutely not. Wait, right now? This doesn't sound like you at all.
No. If it
Glad I didn't say anything about Simon being. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Get back here!
Sir, do you need to hire a private?
I fucking love Sambo. He's been power crept out of the Kafka team for a while, but
I'll have that thing returned to you safe and sound in half a day. But in exchange, I'd like you to elaborate a bit more on what you were saying.
Oh, so that's why you're here. Now, old Seppo's intel isn't cheap. Waiving the fee won't quite cut it, will it?
oh,
Name
Sam.
your price. Put it on Pearl's tab.
Just kidding. Money talks boring. Besides, the Astral Express and I go way back. Oh, and I wouldn't scam you two.
Oh, he admits to it.
The honor looking for lives up to the name. There's nowhere he can't reach. Only places he hasn't been yet.
Hey,
He's the
my
gold
jades are in.
standard of the masked fools. He only shows up where he's least welcome. A morning actor's stage, a friend's wedding, even inside the veracity's mouth. All for the sake of a good laugh. Oh.
That lines up. Sounds like the origin of the legend. So, he's a friend of yours?
He is him, probably. So.
Chance.
Ah.
Back when old Seppo was still.
Oh, bummer.
Already a name in the history books.
I was like, he's gonna if he's gonna say he's him, and then he's gonna get a 5-star form, and then I get to put him back on some teams, you know?
He never laughed again. Before he left, Amrut said one thing that, at the time, no one
Unfortunately.
knew about. Elation has been dead for a long time.
Where did he go after he left the tavern?
The tavern has 10,000 mouths, all telling different stories. All I know is this. He said he was headed for the true world's end, and then he vanished without a trace.
How do you know all this?
Oh, I've been around long enough to have my own channels. Just trust old Sempo.
I love it.
About catching Sparksy?
Leave it to me. I keep my word.
I love this character so much. He's just a 4-star, which is a bummer because I'll be very honest with you. Clearing with DOT nowadays, if you're taking Dot into endgame content, I'm sorry, I am just running Black Swan. I am running Black Swan and I'm not running Sampo, even if he is one of my favorites. And technically, he does have a very synergistic, where is it? He does have a very synergistic Eidolon, which triggers DOT, but it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. I remember being hyped to get some of the 4-star Eidolons. For example, Asa's Eidolons are actually very good for the character. Like, Asa was very good, and she still has a niche in a way, because the ultimate buff that she gives is unique. And, what was it? There was another character that had very good Eidolons, but, like, 4 stars, you sometimes see Herda in Pure Fiction, and Gallagher is still, like, decent, but enemies are starting to hit harder, which makes it difficult to use him sometimes. I definitely use him on my Archer team. I love using him on my Archer team. If anything, the next character to get booted out of my Archer team is Treeby. If I end up getting green, which I'm probably not gonna do. Because I don't care enough. Yeah, I don't think there's any other character Eidolons that are like specifically good. I mean, this is fine, right? But I think I actually have never built this character. The first time I used him outside like a trial version was today when I needed him to die. There's an achievement for having 3 of your party members die and then retreating, with the last standing party member being Huohuo.
See? You only need that 10% of the story to be true.
The last thing he said was really scary.
So many unanswered questions about Amrut. He has to be tied to Asat Pramat somehow, but our leads at the tavern have run their course. Let's go pay a visit to another expert next. No. Speak of the devil. Legacy and Joe Jack.
Oh!
Something like this, I suppose.
Oh, wow.
As well. You've only just left Amphorius, and already you've managed to draw the attention of another Lord Ravager.
Let's go.
Miss Rodney? And Miss Ting Yun?
We're here by General Yao Guang's request. It seems we arrived just in time.
The blinking coin pissing me off, I'll be honest.
I only came because the Shenzhou extended an invitation, and it seemed impolite to refuse. Now that I'm here, I see it was well worth the trip. So, let me get to the point. Ouroboros has long been dead. Their death was merely buried beneath.
Of course you would know. You experiment on emanators.
They disappeared after the swarm disaster, and there are many different opinions on where they went. The Intelligentsia Guild claims the Veracity ate their fill and entered hibernation. I don't buy it. Those scholars are fond of posting on maps themselves. Likely just projecting their own habits.
You seem surprisingly calm, which makes sense. After all, the shadow in your right hand is evidence as well. Why don't you tell everyone what happened to the Galaxy Rangers back on Von Mock?
Oh, another Lord drop.
Von Mock. I've heard there's a particular phenomenon that occurs on that rainforest planet.
Good planar set still.
Plants multiply and grow and are then harvested like wild grass. A cycle repeating every few decades. Almost identical to the Phantasm games.
But how are the two connected? When you hear plants and growth,
No.
shouldn't that make you think of
Harvested.
abundance?
It's not planting growth, it's harvesting, it's gathering, collecting.
It seems you figured it out. By coincidence.
Hey, Pink!
abundance
My
is
favorite
another
way.
thing that
Okay, calm it down. How's it going? A little bit no talk. Next time we'll come to border with passport. I think that's the last conversation we had.
Coincidences pile up. They cease to be coincidences, Mr. Ashvale. No. Leader of the Rangers, Mr. La Mancha. Perhaps you could explain this to our nameless friend.
Back on Von Mock, I'd already long since stopped being a ranger. Your conjecture is basically correct, Miss Ron May.
But yeah, how you doing, Pink? I'm chilling a little bit this evening.
By the time I arrived, the atavistic
I saw you were on Marvel Rivals recently.
Dr. Primitive had set his sights on an ancient Leviathan.
Oh. Mr. N is from Von Wack. I'm not sure what I do now. That's fair. We should hang out again sometime. It's been too long. I'm not sure I have time these upcoming weeks, however, because I have exam season coming up till the start of the next month. Yeah, okay, Man. I spent my last 160 pools on men. Because the new Blade form is really good, and I like the characters.
Beneath Von Wack's surface, there also lay the remains of the Veracity.
You stopped him.
The Rangers stopped him. Back then, Mr. M was still human.
I also got exams this month. Yeah, it sucks.
Now, deep beneath Ahotopia, another corpse of the Leviathan lies buried. If I'm not mistaken, there are countless other worlds carrying out the same ritual. Aha sealed Ouroboros' body among the stars, suppressed it with abundance, siphoned the power of the Path of Veracity, and called it a game.
Haven't been in a math lecture in months. I haven't been to most of my math lectures this quarter.
Why would they do such a thing?
You may remember, the Express once delivered a Leviathan's carcass to me. That wasn't the only one in my collection. By arranging remains from different eras in sequence, I discovered something rather intriguing.
Yo, we're twinning? Hell yeah! That's mostly because, and this is a general conclusion my friends and I have drawn. Unfortunately, this current teacher that we have for our machine learning course is incompatible with how we understand or how we learn the material. What I'm not trying to say is she's bad at teaching, is just she's bad at teaching us specifically. And I would attend her lectures because they're genuinely fun, if not for the fact that they would be a wasted 4 hours out of my day that I could be spending on just reading the book. Which also doesn't help a lot, because we are like, there are more Greek letters in there than there are regular alphabet letters, okay? And then I'm not even talking about other symbols. And you can skip the thought of numbers. Numbers don't exist in this book. Except for the page number. I remember a long time ago, like a long time ago, I wanted to work on this maths quiz thing, and I keep forgetting about it, but I still have the notes. But I should definitely downscope it significantly. I've been looking to finish off some hobby projects I've had lying around as of late, which includes the Patrick Bateman rewrite. It includes updating Pokemon Showdown, like the custom server, which is now done. Finalizing my Factorio mod such that it's at least ready for release. That type of stuff. So I guess I'll just revisit it after my exams are done, because I'm gonna have to put in a lot of work to be able to catch up. And this course, well, they make the exercises in a way that, let's just say, they explicitly said you're allowed to make half of the final test with Slope GPT. I don't like that at all, but the exercises are built like it too. It's almost as if we are practicing how to write prompts for a Slope GPT machine to shit out shitty Python code, and I'm supposed to know how the underlying math works. I guess it just is what it is.
All creations of the veracity lost the same organ. Their taste buds.
What does that imply?
The purpose of consumption changed. Be they spawns, depth crawlers, or
How long you got left? Let me see. My first exam is on the 22nd, which means after this week, because this week I have significant deadlines for just assignments. Next week I also have significant deadlines for assignments, and that's also when I'm gonna start crunching down on the material. That means I'm about 2 weeks early instead of 1, which might just be enough to catch up on everything. It might be. My one prof always says do the test now, if you struggle, ask an AI. But I don't want to just yeah. I mean, I can understand how a large language model... I prefer to call them large language models over AI, because I think AI is overscoping, and... like AI is giving it too much praise for what it does. I think a large language model can be useful as a search engine. And that's where I would call it quits. It is a very good search engine when you don't know what you're looking for, but outside of that, I don't think it gives good results. And I don't think one should, even if they were to give good results, I don't think one should step into using it, because being able to think, create, rationalize, and process information is important. You gonna end stream soon? We're probably gonna keep going for another 15-30 minutes. And then...
Through the simulated universe, I identified the point of divergence in history. A concept had disappeared from the path of veracity.
Enjoyment.
Consider this. What do taste buds provide?
Yummy flavor?
Yes, enjoyment of the consumption.
Savoring something's aftertaste is an act of elation.
So, Aha stole the original Prima Mobile of the Veracity?
The simulated universe proves nothing on its own, but the primal desires of life have always been entangled. Think of it as my intuition. The conflict between the eons of elation and veracity.
Got my jades now. Nice!
How many people know about this?
There used to be 2. I only told Yu Qing 2. Now there are 5. After this, I can't be sure.
You're talking about this in a public
The
space.
old conflict between Aha and Ouroboros to ignite a divine war, or allow intersecting paths to devour one another. Of the 3 known ways to kill an Eon, the Arcadia fulfills at least 2. Now who still thinks Asat Pramod is here on vacation?
I actually like that Ranmei is offering a little bit of hope.
But you still haven't explained where it came from.
Also, Girly Pop is so fucking autistic.
It has nothing to do with Funlock. Call it a twist of fate. This isn't my first encounter with the Astral Express, nor my first time dealing with the Lord Ravager. When my home was destroyed by Zulo, I had a brief encounter with a former navigator.
A navigator of the Express?
You said there will be no stream tomorrow or Friday. I said no stream tomorrow for sure, and Friday I will see. Because I have a deadline on Friday. If I have to work on that deadline at streaming time, I'm not streaming. If I don't have to, I'm streaming. Simple as that. As for next week, I have other deadlines I need to attend.
Along the edges of the cosmos. I led the Rangers to suppress the shadow.
I see is a he. I see it was one of the many remnants left behind when the Priscilla and the Vice Plan assassinated Zulo. But why it was there in the first place.
Devised the plan to assassinate Zulu. But I never learned why it was there in the first place.
Don't you find it strange, Mr. Ashvale?
Strange?
When coincidences pile up.
They should really start calling it a live line so it's more motivating. Honestly, fire. Fire emoji. Fire emoji.
It's enough to send a chill down your spine.
Fire emoji.
If you don't mind, let's walk through the whole thing once more. Earlier, what did you 2 uncover in the tavern?
Someone suspected to be Asat Pramod knew about the Veracity's secret. Before disappearing, he said he was headed for the end of the world.
And then, who did he say the shadow belonged to?
A former navigator. The shadow was a remnant left behind when he charted the cosmos.
If the world's end isn't the tavern, then where is it?
Good question.
We don't know if anyone can
Roman
answer
candles?
that question. Not even Akivilli. Wait. Don't tell me.
En route only goes where he isn't welcome.
That's the soundtrack. Remember? This is the one we brought up earlier on this stream. The Baller Asat Pramod soundtrack. That's...
Leaving the tavern, he went to the Astral Express.
The detective game is over.
Model? Lord Ravager Asat Pramod is back. The laughter's... What a joke. En route heading for the world's end. Having a long time, old friend. This soundtrack is so good.
I have to say, not many people can make me change my plans. Whether in the past or present.
goofy animated there.
Kid, I've always enjoyed arriving uninvited.
Okay, so is it that Asap Pramad is in his arm now? Or a part of him?
Pearl said she would arrange a ferry to pick us up at the sea.
Can she stop staring like that? That's kind of creepy.
The place we're going to holds clues about Graphia? Really?
Alright. Now, would we say this is a good moment to call it quits? For today?
Minor weak, a direct defense.
Stay here and wait.
Entree is fully on the honor system. Please validate your own ticket before boarding and be a model passenger. We wish you a pleasant journey.
Alright, let's take a look at the animation then. You want to see the leaks? I said I wanted to take a look at them after the story was done. So this is thrice already today. And that's because I know it's about Himiko, and we're also diving into more Himiko lore because it's related to Graphia, right? So we have a choice to make right now. Do we want to continue the story a little bit? Or do we want to call it quits right now? I'm down to stay around for 25 more minutes, but after that I really need to go. You're saying save it? Anyone else want to keep going? I'm down to keep going. This is a pretty decent spot to call it quits for now. Oh, there it goes. You're getting to the best parts? Alright. No promises on actually finishing the story this week. Because of uni deadlines, I will most likely be spending time on that instead. To the extent that I might not stream for a while. Again. Turns out, I have a lot of work to do. And I'm also not the most responsible student, so I don't always do it when I'm supposed to. So generally, I get pretty tight on time around exam season time. So, let's see then. Because we wanted to call it quits today. When's the expected next time I could be up? Let's see. Yeah, deadline Friday. I'll probably stream either this Saturday or Sunday. But right now, yeah, unless we do want to keep going, and I'll be honest, I'm kind of tempted to. Because I don't have to go sleep yet. I'll go sleep in a couple minutes. Like I'll go sleep at like half. But yeah, otherwise I unfortunately have to call it quits. It's either that or we do some more achievement hunting, because I'm not done yet. I have a lot more to go. I have to import these again later, so I don't have to keep thorough track. Yeah, but also most of this is like... Most of this is like pretty boring. I wonder if Frankenstein's dog is an achievement that could be done. Because the attack pattern of the Howling Casket is slash, blast, another attack, then it does the Terrify, and then you need to die. So you need to tank like 5 attacks. But you also need to not cleanse the Terrified off of your character. Oh, hold on. I still have the Metal Pipe plush in my room. It doesn't get redeemed that often anymore. Also, by the way, guys, with Destiny 2 getting its final update, I will be playing Destiny 2 again every once in a while around summer. Around summer period. So, in about a month, I'm gonna start playing Destiny again. Which I will most likely stream, because that's fun. I will not be touching Destiny before that. Oh my god. Related to that topic, in the Destiny channel, in my Discord server, some people have been posting Twitter updates. And I'm gonna read this tweet out loud right now from the Destiny 2 team. 71 pages of patch notes. 17,000 words. And we're still hunting down stragglers. We hope you find Moment of Triumph to be packed. That is awesome. 17,000 words. The patch notes are gonna be more of a book than some people that play Crucible have read in the past 17 years. Admittedly, I don't really read like literature or enjoyment books much anymore. Spend too much time behind the computer. God damn. I don't even know if I want to go over that. I'll be very honest with you. I think I might just stick to reading or like listening to Dado talk about the patch notes, because he will. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna do it in multiple videos, or it's gonna be like one multiple hour long video. It's gonna be peak study slop. Like, because I don't know what's going on in Destiny anymore. Like, I've long lost track. I've not touched that game for like a year and a half at this point. It's gonna be peak study slop. Like, I'm just gonna put it on while I try to like make some summaries of like slides or like a book chapter. It'll be awesome. 71 pages? What the fuck, man? That's awesome. Yeah, at least they got greenlit to just fuck around a bit at Bungie. Doesn't look that awesome right now for them. Alright, I'm too bored. I'm sorry. The story was ramping up too good. I want to keep going for a bit. And I will put a hard deadline on 45 minutes, and after that I will be shutting off the stream, and if that needs to be mid-conversation, I will do it mid-conversation. But like, I can't help it. Admittedly though, like, I've already been on this game for like a good part of the day just doing achievement hunting, because I definitely started the day with like 200 fewer achievements. And I think that's fun.
It is an honor to, well, shall I say, be of service to you again. To be honest, when Madame Pearl invited you to visit the Perlux Tower, I was supposed to be your guide. I ended up being replaced by a total fraud.
Yeah, but Nihilux is kind of goofy.
Fel. By order of Madame Pearl, I will be escorting you to your destination.
He's so polite.
You are too kind. I followed the battle in Seafeld City very closely. Serving a hero such as yourself is a true privilege. I assume Madame Pearl has already briefed you on our destination? I see. It so happens that Madame Pearl is tied up with an unforeseen event, so allow me to brief you in her stead. The destination of our boat journey is a hotel known as
another goat coming up.
It is situated at the
Blade
end of a
2
duck
Electric
brook tributary
Boogaloo?
that ultimately flows into the sea. It is one of the points where the world in canvas intersects with reality.
I actually really like AFKing back in this corner. Because if you turn your camera to this tunnel, and then you go on the phone, you don't have any of the AFK animations. So that's not interrupting the music. But when you tab in, you still see the backdrop of the calm sea. And it's pretty cool. It's like okay for if you want to listen to a decent clip of the music. And that's what I did before I came on YouTube, and then, you know, loading the music from through YouTube on a loop is usually a little lighter on the load, like on the computation load. But I don't mind AFKing in the game when I'm like doing schoolwork, because I don't need the resources then most of the time.
Well, Graffia's former residence was located there. Legend says the miraculous and canvassing of the mortal world happened there. Would Madame Pearl, a die-hard fan, pass up a sacred site like that?
Ah, yeah, the fraud.
Word is that Madame Pearl just flicked her wrist, signed a check with an astronomical figure, and bought the whole plot of land. She also snatched up every single piece of Graffia's lost work.
Where's my Nihilux gameplay? I heard she was gonna be. Of course, she's gonna be an Elation character.
I guess money really does let you do whatever you want. That's not even the half of it. I don't know where her obsession comes from, but she's dead set on the idea that Graffia is still alive. If she gets even a whiff of anything remotely related to Graffia, she's got her people on it at the snap.
Does Feld realize this is the
All
fraud?
they could find were Imagine knockoffs. Random, pretty redheads based on nothing but imagination. I bet her reaction went something like this. Objective. Locate the original. Error. Detecting excessive quantity of low-quality merchandise.
You! I remember you! Fraudster, Burlux Tower!
Burlux Tower? I've never set foot in that place in my life.
Oh, I know it's you. I've seen the footage. You're wearing the exact same outfit.
Yeah, because these characters don't switch out.
A slip up in an otherwise perfect plan. Relax. Your job is safe this time.
Cut it out, you scoundrel. You can't talk your way out of this. Who exactly are you?
This is the author of Fluffy Across the Blue, Blurry QR Cult.
Huh. Is that so? My apologies. How rude of me. Miss Colt, it's an honor to finally see the...
Yeah, and why the fuck would that author take your job from you, buddy?
No worries, no worries. It's only normal for a famous comic artist to travel with bodyguards.
No, you got gotcha by Pearl, and
QR code. Let's be clear. You are being transported under escort. Your current credit balance is in the negative. Madame Pearl has offered you a lifeline by asking you to complete the next volume of the Fluffy.
Whoa, this is not my fault. Remember Alloy King Pom Pom from Burlux Tower? I tried to put everything on Pearl's tab, but she found out and charged it back to me.
yeah, of course, duh.
Who knew a figurine could be so expensive? It cost me more than my entire savings. I went all in on learned coins. There goes my licensing fees and royalties.
Crypto gambling.
So you're escorting her to, shall we say, an intensive creative retreat?
Correct. The objective is to deliver the manuscript and clear her debts. The estimated duration is 56 days.
Hear that? It's not a hotel. It's hell. Where you get whipped for not finishing your scripts on time.
Oh, that's That's fucking funny. I like this character. She's definitely Elation. After all, like the the cryptic shit from N4 is. This is a good change of pace, but I still think I prefer Amphoris over this. Now wait a second.
We have arrived. This is the snowy shore of the canvas world, Ingford Hermitage.
Are those Wispe floating on the water?
Oh dear, there's so many Wispe. They are blocking the boat's route. But no need to panic. Please follow my lead.
Bet early for Christmas? Definitely. Why is this tree here?
Want a spot?
This is definitely placed here to catch your attention. I can't grab the camera? Excuse me? But I want to grab the camera. Okay. Guess that's how that's supposed to work. Oops. That's a fine mechanic. Can cause them to refreeze. This looks to be a guarantee. Unless you're in the way, maybe? Boing. Door stuck. There's definitely gonna be more on that boat.
Whew, a safe docking. For a second, I thought we were going to hit an iceberg or something.
Nice Titanic reference. Where's your guards? Of course you ditched them.
They probably sensed your wish power. You are the Phantasmoon Games superstar, no? Look, Clem's trying to hitch a ride on you. Must have been when we came ashore. Oh, what a devoted fan.
Chest. Money. We're missing 2 guards.
Everyone, welcome to Ingford Hermitage.
Yeah, but we're missing 2 guards.
I was imagining a Benzai Tengoku style manor or something. So you demolished your idol's old residence and replaced it with a luxury hotel.
Of course not. Benzai Tengoku vanished more than 1,000 years ago. The original structure.
Yeah, we talked about this before.
The IPC only chose this location because this is one of the weakest points between reality and the world in canvas.
Look at him.
Many Imaginae are born every day.
Pity
but
pat.
just as many ancient
This is
lineages
so
of
adorable.
Imaginae hide
I would
themselves
imagine
away
smacking it
in
when
the
it can
canvas
jiggle and
once
like
their wish
probably
powers
screech in
dry
pain.
out, or as they grow weary of the mortal world. This is the final stop before they enter the world in canvas, and this is where they bid farewell to reality. They rest here, organize memories spanning centuries, and then pass beyond the point of no return. Rumor has it that Graphia's soul appears from time to time to guide these weary Imaginae on their path.
There's a sense of parting in the air.
No wonder the soul of the mother of Imogenesis feels an attraction for a creator. This must be the finest well of inspiration.
Miss Colt, now that you're in this well too, you ought to make the most of it. Let's go. I'll lead the way.
Where's the bodyguards? Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Collect. The one that dwells at Dovbrook End. This is an imagining that wrote this. Decades old postmark. The boat isn't actually something we can go to. Okay. That was a one-time thing? I thought we would actually potentially go on that boat and open like a door. Later, for an achievement. Would not put it above them, I'll be honest. Now hold on a second.
Is that... Ah, a little tree in the distance.
Oops, I actually canceled the voice line. Okay, one important thing I want to know is... Ah, yes, we can go there. See space anchor right there. Also... Yeah, this is space anchor. So it's definitely on the map. We can take it a little bit slow. I don't mind taking it a little slower. I remember there being an achievement for doing this for like 30 seconds. Damn, sealess fit. Do I see at the back there? Okay, but this goes up like quite a lot. Oh, wow. So I was correct. There was something up here. Nothing further to the right? No. That's cool that you can go into the clouds. Okay. It do not, in fact, fall down. Money. Alright. Ba-dum-dum-dum. Oh, I see what's going on here. Is that true? Okay, so you need to not destroy this one. But you need to hit either of these two. Yep, there it goes. Okay, now we hit reset. Specifically, we're gonna break this one. And this one. Yes, I was correct. That was too obviously placed. And completely cleared. Nice. Oh, look at them go. That's the dog. That's the calyx that I want to find. Later. We'll do that later. Do that after the story's complete, because then more on
The
our
hotel staff will take over from here. I'll take my leave.
Oh, it's freezing. It's cold enough for a typical snowstorm mansion murder mystery.
Oh boy.
Anyone here? Hello?
Honored guests, my apologies for the late welcome.
Oh, no wonder it's so cold. It's an actual snow wispy.
Okay, buddy. Okay. Okay. Oh no.
High body temperature. Please try not to overheat the room.
I don't know if you noticed, but my in-game character is called Kasur, which is a misspelling of my name, and that's on purpose. Because seeing my actual name in-game, I don't like that. I'm not, I mean, I'm playing the main character, but I am not the main character. Ow. And in this game, they reference you by your character name in the text. This is something.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am the popular comic artist.
He does not care.
The former comic artist, Miss Nihilux.
Oh, my true name is gone, just like that. Oh wait, did you say former?
The big shots upstairs gave me a heads up. You are now an asset of Perlux Corp. You'll be staying here until you finish your next volume. Every guest in this hotel is an Imaginee with quite a history. That Arcadian over there? That's That's a former superhero.
Which one? Never heard of him.
That one over there is one of the oldest strangelings. They're a former Kappa.
I was waiting this whole time for this moment. I can see why. Well, I hope you enjoy the
Didn't
clip.
that lineage of Imagine go extinct when the IPC first arrived?
There are still a few survivors that slipped through the net. As for Casper myself, I am a former frost giant.
Buddy, you and I both know one thing. Casper's not very tall, okay? I'm kind of poopy tiny. I'm like 170. I'm like 174. You were no giant. I'm a yeah, no, I am a current nameless. That's you in game, basically. Okay.
Little Omi was once a tall, mighty, and majestic giant. Of course, that was back in the Cinder Age.
So you're basically an antique who knows a bunch of old secrets. What corner did they dig you out of?
From a block of ice. It is sad how a giant block of ice melts into tiny pieces over time. I have forgotten the names of most of my friends. And I have not tasted a crispy, charred Void Ranger in a long, long while now.
Honestly, that's kind of wholesome. Crispy, charred Void Ranger.
Indeed, another glittering nameless.
Another? How's that?
That is a secret. Sightings of Lady Graphia are as common as the snowflakes here. Ever since the news spread that her soul would reside at the hotel, all those Imagine who mimic her and the weirdos who insist they have a connection to her have flocked here.
Yeah, but like we're here.
They all claim they have some sort of connection to her, or hold some secret about her.
I bet they're just trying to scam people out of wish power and credits. Just like all those people who swear they're AHA.
You're not wrong. But whenever the higher-ups ask for a report, little old Casper here can always pad it out and hand over a long list of names. Anyways, good luck with your inquiries. Bye now.
This little guy is kind of cute. This is a comfy hotel. Level 9! Holy shit, he's... 2 big shots of him. Let's go drip, drip, drip and melt away. Karaoke stuff you're talking about. Folks smell this. Okay. What do you use? Okay. I mean, I'll come back to this later. One moment, please.
You can see me? Then I shall hide no longer. Indeed. I am Graphia, the sovereign of all paintings, the source of all
Unfortunately, my wish power is spent, and I can no longer weave my imagination.
Hi, Grandpa. If you're giving away wish beads, you should give them to me.
No, I am Graphia. Does this red armor not make it obvious?
I work for a descendant of Graphia. You're all stupid.
I don't care which. One of you, come help me fight a Lord Ravager.
Lord Ravager? To be honest, we are Graphia, but we're not Graphia.
Simply put, we are Imaginae born from people's imaginations of Graphia. As for me, I was sketched by a rather unskilled illustrator for a history textbook, which explains why I look a bit rough.
I am a wispy form from the concentrated longing.
Someone spent some time voicing this little whisper.
I am the armored goddess Graphia from the 52-episode animated series Apocalypse of Ashes, Mecha Wars. Care to witness my signature move, Dance of the Inkblade? If you're looking for the real Graphia, I'd suggest you give up.
No.
I've seen countless Imaginae on the verge of exhausting their wish power, begging the mother of Imagenesis to extend their lives with her paintbrush. Not a single one has ever succeeded. In the end, only those of us making a living off the Graphia brand are left. When it comes down to it, she's nothing more than a legend. Who knows? Maybe the IPC made up some story to boost the hotel's revenue.
Years ago, maybe the only thing left is the longing for Graphia. There's one very simple way.
She created all Imaginae with her brush. Word has it, she waits.
Dude, this whisper voice acting is so cute.
But every Imaginae has seen them, of course.
So dying is the only way, huh?
This is a trend.
They aren't just fakes. They're also wackadoodles.
Wackadoodle.
As I suspected, finding Graphia was never going to be easy.
Besides us, there are plenty of ancient Imaginae living here, ones that have long gone extinct elsewhere. Some even claim to be original works by Graphia herself.
I got you another thing. Yeah, I'm gonna call it quits soon.
You should try asking them.
I heard Graphia is still here in this hotel.
Mechatrons are excluded. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, don't you think? Okay, but what if I just started, like, playing around in the bath? Oh, hold on. Welcome to the Steam platform. Okay, that's another achievement. Okay, so this is the main continuation of the map, so I don't think I will continue much further, except for talking to this guy.
I sense more stray thoughts and disturbance in the water. The Imaginae of today are far too restless. Yes, yes. This old soul is just scraping by with what little talent I have left. The humans here call me Sudscour. A filthy name, but fitting for this frail and wretched form. Are you here at the hot springs to wash away your stray thoughts? Or just to chat with the last kappa of Ahatopia? Well, as you see, my kin have either been swallowed by the muddy currents or have fled into the canvas. Long, long ago, my people...
I love how the motifs of a cold/ice soundtrack keep returning. Same types of instruments usually too.
And in return, they painted our descendants into existence. It is this homeland. Even when my kin have entered the canvas, even when the waters here are no longer clear, and even when the new Plu tribe has replaced us, this is still my home. It needs someone who remembers the old days. As long as I remain, the Kappa line is alive. Lady Graphia is the one who guided all Imaginae. Her name shines like moonlight through my dimming memories. Back then, the demons from beyond swept in like a dark tide. The filth and flames they brought could turn even the clearest stream into a toxic swamp. We Kappa were weak and could only shiver at the bottom of the rivers. But it was Lady Graphia who found us. She encouraged us, saying that every drop of clean water held power against the darkness. She taught us how to use water to protect the displaced mortals and wash away those impure monsters. Though our impact was limited,
I like doing these little sidetrack parts of the main story.
Legend says that when she was a painter, she was a woman of radiant beauty. But in my fading memories, on the battlefield, she was a warrior with flowing red hair and pigment-stained armor. Some say she fought like a demon, but to me, her eyes shone brighter than the smoothest river stone. If you seek clues regarding Lady Graphia, you should visit the mountain behind the hotel. There are atonement statues left by Imaginae there, filled with their prayers. It is also the site of Graphia's former residence. Casper likes to wander around there. He is a strangeling far older.
Got hit with a sledgehammer by that name.
Perhaps if you play in the snow with him, he might show you the way. That is all I can tell you. After all, I am just a stubborn old Kappa, trying to keep this one pool of water a little cleaner.
I appreciate the effort. Alright, let's interact with this. Just to have this done. I actually want to see how many Wispe are there to be found on this map. 10 total. Okay. Interplanar jump. Yeah, we're gonna cut it in 10 minutes. We could walk the path of this a little bit further, see where we end up. And eventually it'll just stop. No. Never mind. Well then. Then we'll worry about the Wispe later.
So, you're here looking for Graphia's whereabouts on behalf of that Intellitron executive. I think it's unlikely that the mother of Imagenesis will see her. If she wanted to see her, it would already have happened. The IPC has practically turned the world and Canvas upside down. You know this, right? Over 140 years ago, they brought in hackers from Punklord and did everything they could to blast open the passage between reality and the world in Canvas. I think disturbing her world in Canvas like that must have upset the mother of Imagenesis. A friend of Graphia's? Just how long has that person been alive? So that friend wanted you to find Graphia, but they didn't tell you how.
The only
only thing Avanessia left that could be a token is the mask she painted herself, right?
Normally,
Interesting.
I'd suggest you play that little snow puff ball for info. That good luck with your inquiries line definitely had a subtext. But since you're asking for a bright idea, you must have heard that in a certain corner of the universe, there's a mysterious ritual that can summon historical figures.
Why did your entire model just freeze? No, not happening.
Oh, right! That was your big adventure in Penacony. Oh, nice. I hope Plain Arcadia holds one too. Then I don't need to explain the method. First, we need a catalyst. Do you have Graphia's brush or palette? No matter, Miss Cult has got you covered. We use ley line resonance. This hotel is built on Graphia's former home. It still has a connection, like that vibrant golden tree. Wait, you aren't actually falling for this, are you? I was just trying to lift the mood. Oh, honestly, I'm a chronic deadline misser who can barely save her own skin. How am I supposed to help you?
I've heard enough. Break time is over, Miss Nihilux. Now that you understand your situation, stop wasting time. Start drawing.
I just checked in and I have to work already? I'm not some fully automated painting Mechatron.
A Mechatron can run for hundreds of hours straight. You cannot. That's exactly why every second counts. Now right this second, start increasing your value as a quality asset.
Hey, wait! This is kid.
Nihilux has a point. If that Casper guy is a survivor from the Cinderth Age, maybe he really does know something.
Casper.
Anyway, I'll start by asking around here.
Oh, this tunnel's open. Let's do this and then call it a day. Yeah, you cannot go back that way, unfortunately. Okay. Then the setup's like this. No, it's not. Still not far enough. Cool. That works. Ring-ding-a-ling. Money's calling. I like that guy on the little camera. That's cute. Okay, but this is a tunnel out. I don't care about what you have to say, I'm sorry. And out we pop. Yeah, I think that's a very much a good time to call it. Yeah, just like that. Anything back here? Feel the healing power of the hot spring. That's a nice feature. Yep, I think we're gonna call it here. It's time for me to go to bed. So, yeah, I don't particularly have anyone I want to raid, so I'm just gonna go press the button that says goodbye. It was a good time today. I'll back this up to the VODs channel, and then I'll probably be back this weekend. We'll see. For now, that's it.